All right, guys, so you go in the weight room on shoulder day and your focus is growing bigger shoulders, but why are most of you guys not seeing very fast results? And don't say steroids. The reason is because there's really two things you need to worry about. Number one is going to be mastering activation of all three heads of the shoulder. Number two is going to be adding intensity techniques. So we got a great one today because I'm gonna dive into 3 dumbbell only. You are only gonna need a dumbbell. Exercises for the shoulders. I'm gonna give you a few verbal cues. They're gonna help you master the activation. A few slight form tweaks are gonna make a world of difference in you feeling these exercises in your shoulders. And most importantly, we're going to add in some drop sets to really maximize the intensity and the hypertrophy. So the first exercise, we're gonna get right up here on the incline bench. And the reason we're gonna start off with this is because you're not gonna be able to cheat this movement as much as a standing dumbbell shoulder movement. So watch what we're gonna do here. Now, a lot of you guys, you're thinking about lifting the weight. You're thinking about lifting the weight. That's gonna give you poor activation. Watch the difference now. When you guys set up to do this, I want you to think about, instead of lifting the weight, pushing the weight out while leading with your elbows. So we're gonna actually switch to a pronated grip right here to increase the rear deltoid activation. And we're just gonna push that weight out. We're gonna use our shoulders to push that weight out as opposed to this. We're not doing this. We're pushing that weight out. We're keeping those shoulders under tension. So this is a phenomenal exercise to go really light, starting off in your shoulder workout. And we're not slanging, we're not doing this. No slanging, no banging the weights. What you wanna do is you want to use those lateral and those rear deltoids. Oh yeah. Give your shoulders the happy ending that they deserve. None of this, none of this, none of this. Just bring that weight out. So I want you guys to go 12 to 15 reps of that. Now, we're gonna do technically this isn't a drop set, it's a superset, it's 2 different moves. But after you do 10 to 12 moves of that, what you're gonna do here is you're going to rock back. So you're gonna switch your grip to a neutral grip. We're gonna swing that weight back. We're using our rear deltoids. So look at the rear delt activation on this exercise. I'm bringing that weight back. I'm swinging back while using my rear deltoids to initiate the movement. So I want you guys to go 12 to 15 reps of the superset as well. Guys, do me a favor, if you haven't already, give this video a big thumbs up so more guys can find out how to train their shoulders properly to grow bigger shoulders. Now, the dumbbell lat raise. None of you guys are probably doing this move correctly to really activate your shoulders in the best way possible. So Charles Glass gave me a few verbal cues when I was doing this exercise with him. I'm gonna give those same verbal cues to you. And I think you guys are gonna notice a huge difference. Now, starting position on these lat raises, what you're gonna do, pronated grip. You're actually gonna bring your arms back. So the starting position, almost like the side of your glutes right here. Now, what you're going to do, once again, don't use your traps. This is me using my traps. Don't use your traps to lift the weight. You want to use your lateral deltoids to lift the weight. So once again, I want you to think of this in your head as you're doing this move. Don't think about lifting the weight up. Think about lifting the weight out. Think about a person standing 3 feet to your left and your right, and you're trying to tap them with that weight. So you're gonna lead with the elbow. You're not going to use your traps, and you're gonna push the weight out while keeping a pronated grip, the dumbbell right here by the side of your glute. So here it is in motion. We're not resting, we're pushing that weight out. I'm pushing that weight out. I'm trying to keep my traps out of it. I have a habit of using my traps here as well, but see how I'm shrugging to bring that weight up? We don't want to do that. Pronated grip, bring that weight out. And with this one, we're gonna go 12 repetitions with a weight that you can handle for, no more than 12 to 15 reps. So we're gonna do a drop set on this to increase the intensity. So we're mastering the activation. Now we're gonna increase the intensity. So a good reference here, I'm just demonstrating, so I normally go like 20 or 25 on the first move, but you're gonna do a drop set, you're gonna drop the weight by about 30% or so. So for instance, if you just did 15s, I would grab some 10s and I would rep out 10 to 12 more reps. So these drop sets, I want you guys to rep out 10 to 12 reps until failure with the heavy weight. Drop that weight by about 30% and you're gonna rep out another 10 to 12 reps. So just in summary guys, pronated grip, out to your side, initiating, leading with the elbow, pushing the weight up, not lifting up and using your traps, pushing that weight out. It's gonna place all of the activation right there on the lateral deltoid head. So the third dumbbell shoulder move, we're gonna do the dumbbell upright row drop set. And once again, let's watch the form here. So we're not using our traps. See how I'm using my traps for that move right there? We're not doing that. Lighten up the weight, put all the overload and activation right on those lateral deltoids, guys. So now we're going to, once again, start off in a pronated grip position, but we're not out here like on the previous exercise. We're actually gonna bring it in, slight bend to the knees, keep the chest up, and we're going to initiate and lead with the elbow. So you're gonna bring that weight out slightly, initiate and lead with the elbow. You don't need to go all the way up here. That's gonna incorporate too much trap. Let's do about right there. Lead with the elbow. Try to get the elbow in a higher position than everything else. Lead with the elbow. Lead with the elbow. So 10 to 12 reps. Right at the point where you're near failure, you're gonna drop that weight. So I went from 25, now for instance, I'm gonna do 15. Not exactly a 30% drop, but close enough. Still gonna be very intense. Then once again, try to keep those traps out of it. We're leading with the elbow. You're not lifting the weight up, using your shoulders. So we're not swinging, we're not using our traps. Initiate with the elbow, put all of that overload right there on the lateral deltoid. Once again, guys, you wanna grow your shoulders. You want to make love with these shoulders. Don't slang and bang and do all this shit right here. You want to have all of the activation, all the overload go on the muscle that you are working. So when you go in the gym and you're trying to grow bigger shoulders, don't use your traps, don't use momentum, don't ego lift, don't use any other muscle group. Try to think about what you need to do to make the exercise as hard as possible and put all the activation right there on the shoulder. So you can do this routine 2 to 3 times per week. It's only gonna take you 15 minutes. I recommend that you do all 3 of those exercises done in drop set form, 2 to 3 total sets. The whole workout's gonna take you guys 15 to 20 minutes. It's going to shock your shoulders into growth with activation and intensity. So make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up, and we're up to today's giveaway. So this is my favorite fat loss product that my company INCLINE has. This is Cheetah Burn, good old Rambo Raz. So I'm gonna get this in the hands of one of you guys, and all you have to do is comment down below what muscle group you want me to cover my 3 favorite drop sets with next. So I wanna do, I'm a huge fan of drop sets. It's of course one of the components of the balloon method. It's a great way to maximize the intensity and the activation on a muscle group. So all you have to do is comment down below what muscle group that you want me to cover next and show you guys my 3 favorite drop sets, and I'll pick one person to win a tub of Cheetah Burn Rambo Raz. And also make sure you guys have that little notification bell on to be eligible. And last but not least, I'm gonna link to the Superhuman training programs down below. It's gonna give you guys a step-by-step plan of attack with your workouts and your diet plan for every single one of your guys' physique goals. So I'm gonna link that right down in the description below. And I'm gonna link over here to the only 3 playlists I've made of the only 3 exercises you need for every muscle group. I'm gonna link right over here to the previous video if you missed that, and I'll see you guys on the next video.
You ain't got no gains. You ain't lift no weights.